Welcome back to the Stalk Talk. This is the reactions after a close game against a truly great opponent in Michigan State, a great Big Ten close game where we at the end couldn't figure it out, and here we are. We have a lot of thoughts, so we're going to get into it. We had a few slowdowns in getting this recording going, so we're not as hot off of our reactions, but with that, let's fucking get into it. We're pissed. We're not happy. We should have won this game, so what are we thinking?
Yeah. I mean, O-line. It comes down to O-line.
And that's what we're going to be talking about a lot.
O-line and special teams, I think, still. Special teams has some work to do.
Not as much as O-line, though.
Correct. Adrian is... that boy's slinging balls. He's running. He's doing as much as he can.
Adrian's there. He just needs a big win to shut all the haters up, man. Because his skill is there, man. He's brought it 2 weeks in a row, just walking with extreme swagger, playing with that swagger. Adrian's there.
You can see it in his eyes.
He just needs that win to get the rest of the Nebraska fan base behind him. Really.
Why can he not get that win though? The offensive line.
The offensive line is holding him back.
Adrian has it in his eyes. We talked earlier in our podcast about the fact that he does not have the Justin Fields demeanor.
Right.
He now has that.
He
does.
does.
Seriously down to this offensive line at this point.
Yeah.
He is playing tremendously well. And the second that he has a good pocket, he doesn't trust it because he looks around and he's like, no way I have a good pocket right now. My offensive line is absolute dog shit. So I'm going to fucking scramble around and try to make a play. It's so tough on Adrian. This is not fair for him. He is playing lights out. Our offense, our wide receivers, our running backs are playing so well. But our offensive line is shitting the fucking bed still.
I agree.
They're getting open, and that was a big thing tonight too. With just I can't remember. I think it was third quarter or fourth quarter, maybe early in the fourth quarter. But they kept showing our wide receivers and our tight ends wide open down the field. But he can't make a play because strictly because our O-line.
That's not where his eyes were. He was worrying about what was going on right in front of him.
Cannot block.
He can't look down the field because he has no trust.
He can't see anything. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. It's so tough.
And it just hurts. It hurts because we know the development is there, right? Yeah. We look around, we go, the receivers are open, the receivers are running their routes, they're beating their guys, and Martinez just doesn't have the trust in the O-line, and it hurts because we go, wow, our defense is really damn good. Wow, Adrian has finally got that swagger.
We played so well in the first quarter on defense.
We go, oh, special teams, they messed up a couple times tonight, but they looked better, and we go, wow, that offensive line is that missing piece to the puzzle. And
the only missing piece right now.
As a Husker fan, it hurts because we lose, and we just see everything get better, and we just fall one piece of the puzzle short.
One piece of the puzzle. We looked so good in that first half. We literally, and again in the third quarter, they had 12 yards. Was it 12 yards?
It was 12 yards before the sack, and then it went down to either 8 or 5. It was they had single-digit yards in the second quarter or in the second half going into overtime.
Our defense played lights out
because that
JoJo
touchdown
they scored, huge fourth down stop.
The touchdown they scored was special points, so those yards do not count against the Black Shirts. Michigan State had single-digit yards in the second half. Our Black Shirts are great.
Yeah. Our defense is not the issue. Our wide receivers are not the issue. Our quarterback is not the issue, which is he was our hinge player at the beginning of the year. We thought it was all going to come down to who the fuck Adrian was going to be this year.
Yeah.
It was not at all who our O-line was going to be because we talked about this as well earlier in the podcast, but also tonight. The O-line was supposed to be so good this year. Scott Frost literally single-handedly pointed it out in his Big Ten conference. He went, the O-line is going to be better this year. He didn't go, oh, everyone's looking really good. Because he got questioned. Like we said earlier, he got questioned. What position group is standing out this year for you, Scott? The O-line.
And guess who?
Are you kidding?
Guess who didn't capitalize tonight? Guess who's the cause of that loss tonight? O-line. O-line is the root cause of that loss tonight. Mm-hmm. It's so tough, man.
Sorry, I got notes here.
It's so... I don't even know what to say. I'm Dad's at a loss of words right now.
Okay, so what do we do well? What do we do well? Nebraska held the best rusher in the nation to an extremely low amount of rushing yards. I don't have the exact numbers here.
We shut down the running game, for sure.
And that was the main worry.
It ain't no normal running game.
The worry
Kenneth
was
Walker the third is the real fucking deal, y'all.
the worry was they were just gonna run and pummel our defense into the ground, and that did not happen.
In the first 2 possessions, they figured out quickly, no, this Blackshirts defense is the real fucking deal.
Our defense played great against Oklahoma, and tonight was just proving
A double
themselves.
down.
Tonight just said it's not a fluke. Our boys are here to play down and dirty defense, and we are mean, and we have a real defense.
Amen.
Facts.
We have a top 25 defense. I'm going to say it.
So really, although Michigan State truly did win at the end of the game, because we're going to talk about this maybe a little bit later, but they had this crazy, smart punt formation team that we've all seen with the 2 people back, and they quickly ran it back, and they went up, or they tied us at 20-20.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's on our special teams. Great play call for them, but that is on our special teams
Definitely.
for
They
failing
should've
to
known.
recognize. And we could look back at this game, and there are probably 3 different plays that we could say it cost us a game. So I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole and say that play cost
Sure.
us a game, because you can't do that in college football, because there's probably
But what
3
were
or
the
4
majority
different
of the
plays.
plays?
Offensive line.
O-line. Amen.
Real quick. Overtime. What are our thoughts on overtime?
Okay. Is that jumping a little far?
I think we can jump into that. I mean, we've covered the game.
Pretty well.
We know what we like.
Let me look real quick, boys. Let me look
Yeah.
real quick.
Take a
because
peek.
although we're kind of like an hour after, we got a party after this. We're really excited. So like we're just kind of like really funneling our emotions right now.
I'm so sad, dude. I'm so sad.
Getting it out right now, because it's
okay,
good vibes.
I'm gonna go
after
through. I
this.
have decent notes. So I have the Nebraska defense did what they needed to for the most part. Did a good job stopping the run. In fact, we rushed for well over the double, the leading rusher in the nation right now, and Kenneth Walker. We doubled their rushing. They have a tremendous rushing offense. Okay, that's important. Next, we are so close, but how long have we been saying that? That's a good question. How long have we been saying that we were so close, boys?
I feel like we've been saying we're so close for 2 seasons now.
Facts.
I mean, it felt like every
game we
It feels
lose.
like every time we fix a problem, another one comes up. But tonight, I felt like we were really solid, and it was that one piece. You know,
Yeah, it was
No,
a one piece.
honestly.
O-line. Adrian, like we talked about earlier, Adrian is playing his heart out.
man, his swagger is back.
For real, and you can see it in his fucking eyes. When he is mad,
Yeah.
you can tell now. He's not just like, oh, he's not loping around. He's like, he is pissed. He's like, he knows when someone on his team is missing him their assignment, and he knows when it is on him.
Yeah.
He had that one fumble, but like, and he had the interception in the end. But like, dude, we cannot throw this on Adrian anymore.
You
It
saw
is
him
not
get sacked. There was a play tonight where he got sacked, and one of the big things that I noticed tonight was the fact that he got sacked and he sat there and he slammed the ball on the floor.
He got sacked a lot tonight.
There was one
4
sack.
times.
I think it was. I was thinking
way
it was-
too many.
I think it was the
Way
last.
too
The
many.
second to last time he got sacked or something like that, and he slammed the ball on the ground because he knew he has that demeanor to him now that you were talking about, just where he knows now, and he acts like it. He acts like he wants us now.
He's officially given it his all. I mean, he had to leave in the first quarter. As far as I
Logan
know,
Smothers came in and played a decent game, but it was early because this game went into the overtime, as y'all know.
as far as we know, they had to take Adrian into the locker room to give him to go through concussion protocol.
I don't think so. It was like a weird like Ben and I saw. It was like a weird teeth issue. Like it was like fucking kind of weird.
Okay, good.
Wait, you were listening though. Did they say that he went into the locker room?
So
He was driving up.
So
he
I
just
was
got done with his
watching.
shift at work.
I was watching. So
Okay.
I'm watching the game, and like this is when before I was driving, I was just watching it on my phone in the parking lot, and it showed him like kind of jogging into the locker room. And that's a thing where it's like at the end of the day, you think they'd be able to do that in the privacy injury tent, right? So maybe it was a bigger deal or a smaller deal than concussion protocol. But either way, he was taking hits for the team tonight, and he said, "I'm here to play. I'm the real deal." And it's like,
he
man,
is.
that offensive line was not there for him.
For real, and he was mad. He was obviously mad.
Absolutely.
But we're there. We're so close.
We're right there, one position group, and
I'm tired
do
of
we
We
saying
need a
this
Big
right
Ten
now?
win.
I'm tired of saying that, bro.
If our offensive line doesn't figure it out, we have a young group. But does Greg Austin get the boot? Our offensive line coach, does he get the boot at the end of the year? We have Bryce Benhart and Turner Corcoran over a 95 rating on 247 between a 4 and a 5 star. Are starting left and right tackle, and they are both playing like trash.
I think it
where
depends-
is the development?
I think it depends on if we make a bowl game, he sticks around for a year. And I think it all teeter-totters on the fact if we make a bowl game or not.
Sure.
And we talked about this a little bit earlier. Do we make a bowl game tonight? After tonight's loss, do we still have a shot to make
Okay,
a bowl
before
game?
we get into that, because that is our last thing, because we were
That
trying to
is-
get into
we
an
wanna keep
argument
that
about
last.
this earlier. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Really quick, my last notes, because I was just kind of taking notes as we were going.
Good call. Keep us on track.
Our offensive, our offensive line is not strong, and they can't be trusted.
Right.
Adrian is playing his heart out, and you can see it in his eyes.
Wait, real quick about that O-line real quick. I think O-line coordinator gets the boot after the season.
Why?
He just hasn't capitalized. He hasn't.
But like, is this after like describe how the rest of the season goes? Because we have a lot.
I think it's gonna be. I think this is the best we have seen Nebraska play in years tonight. I would say, arguably,
still an L.
True, right? It's been 2 great losses in a row.
2 great losses in a row.
2 great
against
L's.
two.
It sucks to have to say, wow, we've had 2 good losses in a row
against 2 ranked teams.
When are we going to turn the table and turn these single-digit losses into single-digit wins?
Hold on,
I've had enough of it.
But again,
that's
why were they ranked 20? Because they have a number 1 running back, in Herschel Walker. We shut that shit down. Then it came to us.
They were nothing.
And what did we not do?
We didn't capitalize. Our offensive line.
So if we don't go to a bowl game, I think his analysis is pretty damn good. If they don't go to a bowl game, I think he gets the boot.
A lot to either ties
honestly.
on it.
So we got to win a few more games.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
We got to have true victories, not some bullshit moral victories anymore.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Over.
It's been 4 seasons now since we've made a bowl game.
I don't know.
We're due. That's not Nebraska football. We're due, and fans are fed up with it. It's time to make a change
It's
if we can't
Nebraska
figure it
football.
out this season.
At least a recognizable bowl game. Yeah.
Bowl game
Forget
period, bro.
recognizable. We need 6 wins.
You don't go to a bowl game
Yeah.
if you are not 6-6 at least. You have to go 500. So
Right.
you got to go to a bowl game. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Right. Yeah.
We could play Appalachian State for all I care. We need a bowl game.
We talked about it kind of earlier, but we outplayed them completely in the second half. But
The second half, for sure.
They kind of ran away with it because of kind of what happened at the very end of the fourth quarter, where they had this weird punt return and they had a great play.
The punt return was a huge momentum swing.
Huge. And
But
I said
again-
that. I was like, this is big.
And the home crowd
This is
behind them.
huge.
The home crowd behind them, that
Yeah.
helps, you know.
Absolutely.
And my other note with that is that if we are still out yarding them, so to say, by 200 yards in a whole half, that has to be coaching.
And
they are marginally better at least in coaching than we are.
And we are not capitalizing in the red zone is a big deal. We're not capitalizing in the red zone. In the first half, why were we walking away with a field goal instead of a touchdown on our first scoring drive? Maybe it's because the 2 false starts that drive. Maybe that's what caused it. Maybe not. Regardless, when we get into the red zone, we need to score touchdowns. Field goals aren't going to cut it.
Facts, because we can't trust our fucking kicker anyway.
Tonight was a great confidence builder for him tonight.
No,
but
It
still,
was. Shout out Connor
Shout out Colt.
He had a great game.
He got it. Yep. He's back.
he needs that confidence, and he got it
We
tonight.
hope he's back.
Hopefully he stunts out next week, has that same swagger. But I don't want to have to see him kick 3 or 4 field goals. That's ridiculous. He should be kicking the extra points.
Real quick. I want to turn it back to Colt.
Sure.
I mean, we've all been in that situation where we keep taking L's, where we're just struggling and like right in life, right in a game, we're just not there, present in the moment or anything like that. We were talking about it earlier. We think it's a mental thing with Colt, but the boy hit them all tonight, and that's huge. I want a huge shout out to Colt for hitting them tonight. I mean, proud of that boy. I get it. We've all been in that situation, but yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, he was looking good. Thank God. And that's what we expect from him.
Yeah. He's a kid.
So
We get it.
there's 2 main questions that we're gonna go into as we finish this segment. Quick observations about the game overall. It was a great game. I'll let the boys also talk, but like obviously it was a great Big Ten matchup. We can't be too mad because we were in it from the rip, and we showed who the fuck we are. But again, it was a loss. It was not a moral victory. I don't give a fuck. We gotta win. So what are like just normal like thoughts, like truly, like not like from an analyzation position, like just a normal Nebraska standpoint. Like how do we feel? Like pretty good. We're still coming around, right? We're still coming around.
No, I think this tonight was a big victory. I think in a lot of ways, even though it was a loss. I mean, we saw Adrian playing the best we've seen him play in years. We saw our defense play lights out pretty much. I mean, they played amazing. Shout out to them. We saw Colt hitting. I mean, he's making strides to be successful. I mean, that's huge.
So you're pretty happy.
I'm yes. Yes, as a Husker fan,
And I
I'm
would
happy.
agree.
You're the most
we've been
sad,
very-
happy person I know right now.
We've been very critical, but like we still know who this Nebraska team is, and we know we have leaps and bounds still to go, but we still know who we can be.
At the end of the day,
our ceiling is so much higher than this.
at the end of the day, we're happy. We are very happy with tonight.
You are happy.
And that's going to be
I don't know,
last
dude.
segment.
I'm on the fence. Maybe I wake up tomorrow feeling better.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
what
that.
are
I
your
don't
thoughts?
feel it.
What are your thoughts walking out? Just
Our
like
defense was great. I've been saying our defense is great.
Still
I know I'm
could be
not on
better,
it every
though.
time, but I've been preaching it everywhere I go. The black shirts are really good. I mean, the black shirts are good, and tonight just proved that. That was big. The black shirts proved they're a real deal. Black shirts are a top 25 defense, hands down. That's my hot take. Maybe you guys agree, maybe you don't. That's my hot
I
take.
think I agree.
Black shirts, top 25 defense for sure.
Yeah.
Special teams improved. We're not there yet. You got to walk before you can run. Special teams improved. I love that. O-line wasn't there. So progress, but like Carsen was saying, moral victories aren't cutting it anymore. We need a win on the schedule. We need to win Big Ten games when it comes down to it.
Yep.
We're in the Big Ten. If we can't handle the smoke of the conference, that sucks. We got to get out.
Yeah.
for real.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy because, like I said earlier, this Michigan State team is only number 20 because they have a top 5 at least rusher on their team. We shut him down and we still found a way to lose. Their coaching is still marginally better, and I think our coaching will be marginally better, like I just said, if Greg Austin is fired. I think if we want to be at least a championship team, a national championship contending playoff team, Greg Austin has to go. He has not done what he needs to do in the O-line. And I think that's the damn truth.
Real quick, we want to pull Bennett
Double
in.
real quick. Jinx, y'all both went real quick.
Yeah, we did.
For real.
Yeah, Bennett. Bennett's got to
We
come
want to
in.
pull
We have
Bennett
shot
in
at Bennett
for
out.
30-second take. We
Quick
need
Bennett. Quick Bennett take.
Bennett,
He's wearing
this
a
is our-
shirt that he copped at Goodwill today. That I copped it actually at Goodwill today.
Brand new thrift.
He's wearing it because he's gonna wear it to the party tonight. It's kind of sick. A taekwondo shirt with a tiger on it.
He's stunting.
Just to let the bitches know what's up. Connor.
Bennett, get in here.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to sit right here real quick? What are your thoughts?
30-second
This
take.
is Bennett. We love Bennett, y'all.
Bennett,
The Wayne
no
State
G.
boy.
Cut his hair tonight. He looks like a businessman, like a blonde Clark Kent.
Couple haircuts tonight.
Hercules ass. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. Look at that hair over there too. But yeah, haircuts at the wazoo. How we feeling, Bennett?
My take is, Adrian really played a really good game today. That's literally the best I've seen him. And literally, even though he threw that interception, but him running 20 yards down the field and putting his body on the line, and he's an asset to the team, a captain to the team, and he literally threw his body on the line and got a penalty, saving the game.
Yeah.
Literally,
He's got that dog mentality finally.
even for a little bit, but still, that just shows some respect, just for caring about the team,
Facts.
Absolutely.
He's a dog. Great take.
And that's speaking into overtime a little bit, which I wanted to hit on. Our play calling in overtime was a little iffy. I don't know about that.
Samori ran a pretty bad route, which resulted in the interception.
But I think
What?
I think passing the ball is our identity. It's what we've been saying. We're gonna run, and then we're gonna pass, right? And I
What
think that's
was
our
it?
identity at the end of the day. And I think it was just a terrible play call. Like Carsen said, it all comes down to coaching, And I saw a stat on Twitter, and I couldn't believe it. Nebraska has not scored in overtime since 2013 versus Penn State.
Yep.
That's atrocious. That's not the players. That's coaching at that point. When you have not scored in overtime for 8 years, there's a bigger problem than the players.
yeah.
I forgot about that. That's
And I think-
facts. That's facts 100%.
I mean-
facts 100%.
It was 3rd and 3. It was 3rd and 3, and we decided to do. It was a little pass route. Shout out my cousin Maddox real quick because he brought this to my attention tonight.
No free shout-outs.
No free
You're
shout-outs,
gonna chill
but-
though, because you're just so sexy, bro. Just stay right there, bro. Stay right there. God damn it, dude. Fuck. You look good for the brand though.
But
Goddamn.
Hercules.
what is that play call? I mean, why not just
quick
do
slant.
Probably
why
a
not?
quick slant.
Here's
Yeah,
my thing.
that's straight out of my Madden playbook.
Here's my thing though.
For
Here's
real.
my thing. But this is Nebraska playing throughout the night. Adrian has been automatic with getting the ball at least 5, 6, 7 yards on a quarterback's on a QB run.
Unfortunately, I think probably half of those
I don't
quarterback
know, bro.
runs were not drawn
I
up to
was
be a
gonna
quarterback
say,
run, and he was just kind of running for his life.
Our QB
That's
runs
fair.
have been pretty trash this year because of our O-line.
There were a couple quarterback draws that were straight up a designed run, but that was not the case for every
given-
time he started running.
And given, I think Michigan State was playing a tight defense because they knew what was on the line.
Sure, and it was
right
for
down
sure.
there. Yeah,
I mean, they didn't want to lose to unranked Nebraska.
I mean,
that ruins their season.
that ruins their season absolutely. But
And they have a cakewalk from now on.
for sure.
Have you been hearing
Given-
about that? That has been a huge breakdown this year.
They could win out.
True.
They could finish a top
Michigan State is
10
going to
program.
be 2019 Minnesota. Like they're going to go to a top bowl game now, and they're probably going to be top 10. By
They
the
could
end
play
of
in the
season.
Sugar Bowl.
Potentially. Yeah. For real.
I don't know if the Sugar's the national championship there
Okay,
this year,
okay,
but you
okay.
get it. All right,
Yeah.
let's dive into that last
So-
main point.
No, I think we still got really, really quickly. If we fix our offensive line issues, are we a truly competitive team? That was one of my questions coming out, and I got one more after this.
I think we're already a competitive team. I think schools are gonna watch our team.
Competitive, maybe not the right word.
A
Are
winning
we
team.
a winning team? A truly winning team? Because we are competitive.
Right. I don't know if we're right if our O line is quite at the top at the Big Ten caliber that they need to be at, but the rest of the team's there. And I mean, if Adrian keeps playing the way that he played tonight, dude, I mean, like, hats off to Michigan State tonight, because they played really, really well. But I think ultimately,
But again, if our offensive line is good to elite being the top, good being middle of the ground, at least
Right.
a little better than middle, are we competitive? Because, bro, they are playing bottom of the barrel right now.
Here's where I'm
bottom
at.
of the barrel in the entire league.
Absolutely.
Here's where I'm
entire
at.
league. Absolutely. We are a winning team.
Yeah.
Our defense stays top
I totally
25.
we're winning team.
Our defense stays top 25. Our special teams keeps taking these steps. We got to walk before we can run, and we keep getting rid of these errors on the special teams. The offensive line is the last piece of the puzzle, in my opinion. Adrian's got the swagger. The defense is there. The special teams are figuring it out. Everyone's figuring it out except the O-line. I think it's very obvious from everything that we've just said that they are the missing piece of the puzzle. And
100%.
like Curry said, they might not be a Big Ten caliber offensive line, and at the end of the day, we're a Big Ten team. So we need them to
Facts.
be.
We got to
need
be right
win.
there.
True.
I would totally agree. If we are a Big Ten caliber offensive line at the least, which means I think we're at the 75th percentile and better when you are a Big Ten offensive line, because Big Ten is known for their big offensive line. They're big,
supposed to be big
burly
guys.
Offensive line that go to the draft
Right.
and they get drafted in the first few rounds because they are Big Ten offensive line.
Exactly. They're big
If
guys.
we have that, Adrian is more confident in the pocket. We get a couple more over-the-top passes, and we walk away with one more touchdown.
I agree.
And that's all it takes. In all of these games, it takes one more touchdown. So we are a winning team if we have a competitive Big Ten offense.
I think we all agree. That's the
Or
take of
offensive line.
the take of the night. Offensive line is not there.
Nope. Not at all.
Correct.
Should we dive into that last point?
Last point.
I'm
We
kinda
were getting
fired up
kind of
about this.
controversial about this.
We were about to throw hands on the porch right here.
Andy, okay. So, we want to go to a bowl this year. Andy was saying that, gosh, this is so tough because I'm kind of switching as we talk. This is a great question. Andy thinks this was a must-win for us.
I don't think it was a must-win.
We think it was a must-win.
Why?
You and I think it was a must-win. Andy thinks it was is
I do
not a
not
must-win.
think this was a must-win game.
Why?
I think it's as simple as, if we want to be a winning program and we're going to make a bowl game anyway, we cannot go 0-6 against ranked opponents. And we have 4 more ranked opponents ahead of us. So if we don't beat one of these top 25 teams, we don't deserve our bowl game spot anyway. But it just seems like we're due to beat a good team because we are good. And I think now our must-wins come down to, obviously, they come down to Northwestern. You know, we always play them tough. It
Northwestern
comes
will
down to
win.
Minnesota, who lost today. Minnesota played terrible today. If they keep that up, that's going to be a win. But like Carsen
But-
said, we cannot count them out. We got to play
You
that
can never count Minnesota out. They finally lost to a bad team, Bowling Green, but Minnesota is the real fucking
You got to
deal
play them
always.
like any physical Big Ten team. And the last game, that's an obvious must-win, is Purdue. If we cannot beat the unranked teams, we don't even deserve to have a shot in these bowl games. And then all we have to do is be one of the 4 ranked teams.
True.
We're going to play Iowa tight because it's Iowa hate week. We hate Iowa. We always play them tight. Ohio State, I still think that's a
Not
loss.
as strong this year.
They're not as strong, but I still think they're going to beat us. I think our real shot, I think Michigan's better than everyone thinks. I think our real shot is Wisconsin. Wisconsin showed great weakness today. They played one half of football, really. They played one half of football, and then the second half, Notre Dame walked all over them. And Notre Dame has not been that good this
Due to
season.
turnovers mainly.
Due to turnovers, but still. They played one half of football, and I think Wisconsin, the unranked teams, and Wisconsin come down to our 4 must-win games to be bowl eligible.
So, okay, that's fair. So tonight was not a must-win.
It would have helped, but it was not a must-win.
So it was not a must-win.
It gets rid of our cushion.
For your aim for the year. Your
No,
aim, your
that's
goal.
a great point. Is that the loss tonight gets rid of our cushion? Because we definitely had. Because if we won tonight,
If we won tonight, I really would have liked
We
our
could
shot.
have never
And
bet
I
on it being in a cushion, though.
I still liked our
They're
shot,
a number 20 Michigan State team.
but we win tonight, and I think we're probably going to be a 7-win team. We didn't win tonight. So now we're fighting for that to go bowling, right?
So it's not a must-win game for you, though.
It was not a must-win game because I thought this was our cushion game. That's my take.
Okay, what made you think Michigan State was a cushion, though?
I just thought that because in our predictions, we all thought we were going to win anyway, or we thought we were going to lose. Sorry. If you watch our predictions, they said we were going to lose this game. And to be fair, Nebraska played a great game. I think they played better than we thought. I think that's a fair statement.
Absolutely.
But when I went through my pregame predictions, I marked this down as a loss. You know, it was an away game, and I had us winning 6 games. I had us winning 7 games, but we lost to Illinois, so that doesn't matter. I had us winning 6 games without this one.
Okay.
I think
That's why I don't think it was a must-win. I'm not saying my predictions are all going to be right, but just when I looked at the schedule breakdown from the beginning of the season, I went, we can get 7 wins, or we can get 7 wins, 8 wins maybe, and we lost 2 of... If I had us having 8 wins, we lost 2. We lost to Illinois. That sucks. We lose to Michigan State tonight. That sucks. There's still 4 wins on the table that I think we can grab.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Maybe 5 if we play Iowa competitive.
Big Ten wise, though, we played Illinois and we played Michigan State. Both have been losses. That alone shows that we are not. I mean, if you're looking at it from a Big Ten standpoint, we are not Big Ten.
Just from the score standpoint,
Just from the
probably, is
score
what you
standpoint,
mean. Is
yeah.
what you mean.
Is that we are not Big Ten qualified yet.
Sure.
However, I think it's that O-line, man. That's it. That's the only thing holding us back at this point. Michigan State's ranked. I think they played an amazing game tonight. Huge shout out to Michigan State. It's just so tough, man. There were so many factors, so many things that just like went wrong for Nebraska tonight. Where we're sitting on this couch. We're like, our voices are gone. We're screaming at the TV. Like, we're super passionate, and it's just
We went
not
from
there.
screaming with 4 minutes left in this game to shaking our heads 4 minutes later.
Yeah, and I
And so we got to figure out how to win these tight games. I said it earlier. It comes down, when are we going to turn these single-digit losses into single-digit wins? That's what makes a good program great.
True.
And we can't figure it
turning of
out.
the tide? It's baby steps. It really comes down to baby steps, and we are right there. You're right there, and we've been saying that for years. But
And-
also, it has not been. I personally don't think it's been this close yet.
It sucks we couldn't catch a break against like a bad Michigan State team. This is
True.
a good Michigan State team.
They're
Right.
good. And it was at their house.
Bro, I have just been thinking, and it might be obvious. I am starting to agree with Andy. I don't think this was a must win. For our true goals from the beginning, it has always been a bowl game. It has always been a bowl game.
And if we wanted to be good anyway,
We have two
had to beat a
dubs.
ranked team.
We have 2 dubs right now. We have 4 more to go if we want to go to a bowl game.
Cam's
And
going to
I
edit
think we're
that
still
on the
capable,
screen.
bro.
Cam's going to edit that on the screen. We're going to have 2 green check marks. And throughout the season, we're going to add them. And we're going to break it down on what we need to do to get those last 4. And it's going to happen. I feel good about it.
It's tough. I mean, at this point, we have to beat Purdue. We have to beat Northwestern. Those are 2 obvious. So we're at 4 and
Purdue,
2.
Northwestern. Who's
Or
that
4 and
last
3. We're at 4
unranked
and
team?
3.
Who's that last unranked team we play? Purdue, Northwestern.
Early. I'm gonna say Ohio State.
There's one unranked team we play. Another one. Purdue,
I don't think that's
I'm
right.
gonna say Ohio State.
Northwestern.
We still
No,
play-
there were 3 that I said out loud.
Don't we still have like an out of conference?
No, it's a home game. It's a home. Oh no, it's Minnesota away. Minnesota away.
Minnesota away.
And wow, they look terrible
And
today.
Curry and I predicted Minnesota as an L early on in the season.
I predicted as a loss too, and they've played 2
or I
home.
did, or Andy and I. Sorry, yeah, Andy. And
I said a
predicted
win.
that as a loss too.
I said a win.
And they have played 2 games.
They played
at home
Colorado
that have been-
30-0.
They killed Colorado, but 2 weeks ago at this point, they barely squeaked by Miami, Ohio, which is a nobody. There's no reason Minnesota should play them tight. They get Colorado. You think, oh, they might build some momentum off that because that's what good teams do. And then they lose to 1-2 Bowling Green. Are you kidding me? They are not the team. Sorry about that. They are not the team we thought they were.
True.
But again, it is Minnesota. You can never count them out, especially at home. But I think I'm going to stick with Andy. I don't think tonight was a must-win, although it sucks.
It
But-
hurts. It hurts now. I want to wake up tomorrow and feel better.
But every single unranked team from here on out is a must-win for Nebraska.
Next week,
We
it starts
must
next
beat
week.
Northwestern. We must beat Purdue. We must beat Minnesota now. I don't care what the hell Minnesota does from here on out. We must beat them.
That was the thing.
And
I love the
the
cushion.
momentum starts next Saturday.
I love the cushion.
Because we
But
need
again,
that
we
Big
have
Ten
to beat
win.
one unranked team. Who are we going to beat, y'all?
I think it's Wisconsin. We play them in Memorial Stadium. Memorial Stadium, I believe it's a night game. I might be wrong about that. Don't get mad at me, you two.
I agree that we're going to beat one of these ranked teams.
And
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's
I have
Wisconsin.
no damn clue who it's going to be.
I mean, I would
I
love
hope
to beat
honestly, I
Iowa.
hope it's Iowa. Yeah, I hope it's Iowa.
Black Friday, that game is always electric.
It's
You know,
always tight.
It's home this year.
Always tight.
It's home. It's a Black Friday game. Everyone is there. Everyone's loud. It's crazy. And I think we've lost to them a few years in a row now. We're due to beat them.
Here's my thing with the loss tonight is I think tonight was a must-need win, strictly because we're it's Nebraska, bro. We need the cushion. I mean,
But why is it a must-win win for you?
Like it or not, we honestly need the cushion.
You really think we're going to go 0-4 against our last 4 ranked teams?
I think we might lose to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay.
I think we might lose to Minnesota.
That's fair, but
I mean, it's hard. It's hard
I
to
just
tell right
can't
now.
see it. I just can't see it.
It's
They
hard to
lost
tell right now.
Bowling Green, man.
It's
That's
hard to
piss
tell
poor.
right now, dude. There are teams who struggle, have games where they struggle a lot, but they still come out on top. At the end of the day, it's about the score. It's about the win. I think tonight was a must needed because it was a cushion. Even if going in,
But you're saying it's cushion, man. If it's cushion, then that means we had one to give, and that's why I'm saying it wasn't a must win. It hurts. It sucks. It goes, damn. We really wanted that one, but we didn't need it.
right. Tough, man. I don't know.
So yeah, finish out your thoughts. What are you thinking?
That's all I got.
I think it's fair. Like if we would have beat Michigan State tonight, it would have helped us so much.
That's what I'm saying.
To feel
it's a
good.
momentum thing. It's
If
a
we'd have
momentum
beat Michigan
thing.
State tonight, I'd be screaming we're
We
bowling
have
right now.
Exactly.
That's
we
what I'm
have
saying.
What it takes though to go bowling this year.
We
Yeah,
do.
We have what it
but
takes.
I don't know
I
if we're
have a
going to be
little
able to
bet on the
capitalize.
table with someone.
I don't
that
have-
If we go to a bowl game, someone's paying for the trip for me, and I'm going. So,
See, I don't have the
so I'm
confidence.
optimistic.
I don't have the confidence in Nebraska football that we're going to go to a bowl game with this Michigan State loss tonight. I do
Yeah.
not have the confidence to say that. If we won tonight, absolutely. However,
I mean,
It's
If you
tough.
look strictly
But
at
again,
rankings, if
it's
you look
so-
strictly at rankings, Wisconsin is worse than Minnesota coming out of this week.
Okay.
Wisconsin is worse than Michigan State coming out of this week if you look strictly at rankings. Because Michigan State is not going to drop. Wisconsin is. Wisconsin got obliterated, and they were 18 in the nation. They lost to 12 in the nation, and they lost bad. So they're going to fall past 20. So if you look strictly at rankings, we definitely have it in us to beat a team that's 24 in the nation.
oh, easy.
yeah.
And I'm not. And
I have a
I'm.
question
They're a
for
big
you.
physical team, and they're going to play us tight no matter what they're ranked. They could be unranked, and they're going to play us tight, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you go strictly off rankings, we definitely have it in us.
But okay, yes. But from your view, Cury, you watch all of the games. You know that tonight was a must win in your opinion. In your opinion, you know the potential of every team that we play, and you know the potential of Nebraska Cornhuskers at the least, obviously.
Right.
Let's say score is arbitrary. Why are you putting so much emphasis on us needing to beat Michigan State if you think that we have the potential to beat the rest of the teams, potentially? Because we talk a big game.
Because personally, I love having that cushion going into the rest of the games. That's a big thing for me. Is I love having that ability, that fluctuation, especially being a Nebraska fan. You know, so much can happen. So much can happen in a week, dude. There's so much that can happen. We're so unpredictable. We're so not set in stone with who we are as a team and how we can play that it would have been great to personally pull off a dub tonight. That would have been huge. And then have the rest of the games be like, okay, we have one loss that we can kind of throw out there and be okay with that. From here on out, we have to beat Northwestern, Minnesota, Purdue,
Play Michigan too.
Michigan.
We do play Michigan,
Those are four
That should-
wins.
that
and
should
we
be a
play
dub.
Michigan in Lincoln.
Yep.
Those are
Well,
4 wins that we need. And if we lose one of them, it's gone.
You think Michigan's one of the wins that
I
we
do.
need?
I do, yeah. I do too.
I think it's Wisconsin. But whatever.
fair, yeah.
Coin toss.
We'll get into that later.
Given.
I mean, that's
it's
in the
tough.
future because at the end of the day, if we don't beat Northwestern, it doesn't matter.
Facts.
Next Saturday
And
defines
Purdue.
the season.
If we don't beat Northwestern and Purdue, and I think we will, but
I think we will too. I feel good about it. But next Saturday defines the season because I would love to see us beat 2 ranked teams, but if we can't beat Northwestern or Purdue, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Next Saturday defines the season. That's my take of the night. That's all I have to say.
yeah, that's not a take. That's the damn truth.
Yeah.
If we don't beat Northwestern or Purdue, we're fucked. And again, we know our potential, but it doesn't matter if we can't beat those teams. because we know our potential is higher than them, and that's when we got to change some coaching things. That's when we know that Greg Austin is the issue, and maybe Scott Frost. So the reason why we're so up in arms about this is because we know who we can be, but we also know that we can fall very, very, very far because we know who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
So, although we are so close, we do not know for sure what's going to happen. That's why following the Nebraska Cornhuskers football team is so fun, but at the same time, it's so
hard.
damn stressful.
It's fun, it's depressing, it's scary, it's everything in between.
Exactly.
And we are just along for the ride.
Yep.
We are. And it's fun, but again, I wish we were a little bit more consistent, and we're not. With that, I think that has been our breakdown. A lot of emotion here, a lot of passion.
This was a very long breakdown because, man,
We got a lot to break down.
it's a lot to break down, and wow, now next week becomes significantly more important, and
every week after.
and wow, we are 7 days away from the rest of our season, which is crazy.
Yeah.
True.
So with that,
Hopefully you stuck with us. Hopefully you agree.
really quick, hopefully y'all fucked with Andy's buzz cut over there. After the L, we were waiting for the battery to charge on the camera, and
We were sitting in these chairs right here,
yeah, and we were like,
and I was feeling my hair, and I said, let's shave it.
and it looks damn good, y'all. I fucking shaved that shit. I faded it up on the sides.
A little bit of fade.
If y'all
I
see
feel
us
great.
tonight at the party, you're gonna just check that shit out and be like, damn, he's the damn drug dealer of the party.
I'm not. Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad,
I just
he is
look
not.
like it.
He is actually a very astute kid, but
Go to
Yeah.
community college.
he looks like he's straight out of GTA 5.
For real.
So
Eminem's cousin, maybe.
be scared of this motherfucker, especially
not
when he
his
takes that
cousin.
shirt off, bro. He wears white tank tops always, so
Always.
he's scary, y'all. Don't fuck around
sure.
with him in the streets, especially with the fucking buzz cut.
Podcast guest.
But with
That's
that,
my official title.
his
Wait.
buzz cut is more lethal than maybe our Nebraska offensive line.
Yikes.
For real.
Anything else you got to say, Curry?
Real quick shout out to our Twitter, Stock Talkin', at Stock
Stock
Talkin'. On
No
Twitter.
space, no caps.
Right.
Maybe caps, but it doesn't matter.
We tweet during the game.
We do tweet during the game.
We tweet whenever we put up a video.
He does.
Yeah.
We're starting to have fun with it.
It's gonna start
fun.
rolling. It's starting to be more, I'd say, professional. Personally, I love that.
We're just having fun with it, and that's why it's
Yeah.
going to be successful.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We still know that we have the potential this year, and we hope that you see the potential in us. And with that,
Go Big Red.
go Big Red, baby.
Big Red. Absolutely.
All right. Good work, y'all.